Hello, confused gentlemen. Yes, you, the one Googling what do women want at 1 a.m. between rounds of Call of Duty and emotional avoidance. Welcome, you've found the right video. Now, I know you've asked this question before, maybe after a breakup, maybe during a fight you didn't know you were having. Maybe when she said, "I just need you to be there for me," and you were like, "I'm literally right here, what do you mean?" Don't worry, we've all been there. So today we're answering it, for real. What do women want? Ready? Here it is, women want safety. That's it, that's the answer. You can pause the video now and go journal if you want, but before you do, let me explain. When I say safety, I don't mean Secret Service type stuff. Nobody's asking you to dive in front of bullets or karate chop bad guys in a suit. We're talking about the three real-world, everyday types of safety women crave in relationships. Financial safety, not sugar daddy status, just stability. Physical safety, not being Batman, just not being sketchy. Emotional safety, the ability to feel without fearing. You'll say, "Are you really crying over that?" You master those three? Congratulations, you're no longer a walking red flag, you're a green flag parade float. So if you've ever thought, "I don't get her, I do everything right," it's probably because you're focused on performance, not presence. Let's break it down, with jokes, real talk, and just enough analogies to make your therapist proud. Part 1. Financial safety. Let's kick it off with financial safety. Now listen, this doesn't mean women want billionaires. If that were true, Jeff Bezos would be everyone's dream man, and we know he's not exactly bedroom goals. What women actually want is the assurance that life isn't going to be a constant survival mode episode. She's not expecting you to solve capitalism, but she is hoping you've at least solved your own checking account. A woman dating a financially unstable man is like trying to build a treehouse during a tornado. Even if the vibes are great, nobody's going to enjoy the ride if the floor keeps falling out. She's not asking you to fund her luxury lifestyle. She's asking, can you budget without crying? Do you know what a savings account does? If I get sick, are you calling an ambulance or your mom? If your idea of investing is sports betting and hoping for a tax refund, my brother in Christ, she is nervous. It's not the number in your account. It's the emotional stability behind it. Can you manage life? Can you plan ahead? Can you say, "Hey, we're good," and mean it? Because when a woman hears, "I got us," and she knows you mean it, that's better than roses. That's better than a playlist. That's foreplay with an APR. So no, she doesn't need a sugar daddy. She just wants to know she's not signing up for emotional bankruptcy with interest. Part 2. Physical safety. Next up, physical safety. This one's huge, especially in a world where walking home after dark feels like a stealth mission. And look, if you're a guy, odds are you've never had to hold your keys like a ninja weapon. But for women, that's the default setting. Being a woman in public is like being in a video game on hard mode, but the enemies are real and the tutorial never came. So when we talk about physical safety, it's not just about protecting her from danger, it's about not being the danger or acting like a discount Liam Neeson. What does safety look like? Walking her to her car and actually waiting. Not mocking her when she says, "That guy gave me weird vibes." Understanding that if she cancels plans because she didn't feel safe taking that Uber, she's not being dramatic, she's surviving. If your friend is out here saying creepy stuff and you just laugh it off like, "Haha, Chad being Chad," congrats, you've made her feel like she's at a frat house with bodyguards made of cardboard. Real men create a safe environment just by showing they care. She should feel calmer with you, not more tense. And bro, no woman has ever thought, "Wow, I felt so protected when he revved his engine and catcalled a stranger." Part 3. Emotional safety. This one's the most misunderstood. Because when you hear emotions, some of y'all turn into a Windows 98 loading screen. But here's the deal. Emotional safety means she can be real without punishment. She can cry, vent, spiral a little, and not worry you'll respond with, Are you on your period or something? Think of her emotions like a weather app. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it storms. Your job isn't to fix the forecast, your job is to bring an umbrella. You ever try telling a guy your feelings and he hits you with, "Damn, that sucks. Anyway, you hungry?" That's not a safe space. That's an emotional drive-through window. Real emotional safety is about presence. It's about listening without solving. It's about staying when things get messy, not running to the PlayStation. Here's what she wants to know. Can I be upset around you? Will you mock me later with this info? Do you actually hear me? Or are you buffering until it's your turn to talk? When a woman feels emotionally safe, she blooms. Not just romantically, mentally, spiritually, sexually. The whole garden grows. And look, I get it. Talking about feelings can feel like wrestling a jellyfish. But trust me, you build emotional safety and suddenly she's telling her friends, "He just gets me." That, my dude, is relationship gold. And also, how you end up in her Instagram stories with heart filters. So let's bring it home. What do women want? Safety, not as a bonus, not as a maybe, but as the baseline. Financial safety, so life isn't a gamble. Physical safety, so she can exhale when you're around. Emotional safety, so she can be fully herself. Not one of those, all three. Because safety isn't soft, safety is confidence, safety is trust, safety is intimacy in 4K. So if you're out here trying to be a high-value man, start with making her feel safe. If this video made you laugh, think, or text your ex, don't do it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who really needs to hear it. Until next time, stay safe, stay respectful, and maybe don't Venmo request her for coffee. Catch you in the next one.